Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to That's Football. This is your latest transfer news and it's all going on because the transfer window has officially opened and Real Madrid have officially announced the signing of Jude Bellingham. He'll be unveiled tomorrow. Don't worry, he's not wrapped up or anything like that. It's too hot for that. But it's a hot signing. It's a big signing. Also, PSG want Harry Kane. Why is that happening? Could it happen? I think from PSG's side it could, but let's see. Also, we'll be talking about Liverpool. They're moving ahead. Chelsea, Man United been a bit quiet, but Chelsea working on stuff finally as this transfer window opens. Lot to get into on the show today. But I thought I'd start off with a bit of humour for a change. And I do try. And it just made me laugh this morning. I read this story that obviously Ronaldo's on about £200 million a year in Saudi Arabia. Benzema about 85. Kante's on about 85. And Lukaku, they're willing to offer up to £20 million. I mean, it's just 20 million. Everyone else is earning nearly £100 million a year or more. And Lukaku can earn, and I like the words up to, you can earn up to 20 million. So if you actually don't miss a load of open goals, we might pay you up to £20 million. But if you miss a load, you probably end up earning about £2.50. But there we go. Poor Lukaku. He was poor in the final. Anyway, let's move on. I want to start off with this story about Harry Kane, actually. Lots to get into, so let's do it. So PSG are interested in Harry Kane. They've always been interested in Harry Kane. Bayern Munich have been interested in Harry Kane, and obviously Real Madrid were sort of interested in him and still could be. Spurs would sell him abroad. They don't really want to sell him, but they would sell him abroad. They don't want to sell him to the Premier League. The problem is Harry Kane doesn't want to go abroad because he wants to break the Premier League goal scoring record. However, Harry Kane's 30 this summer. Many people think he could play till he's 35. Technically, he could go and play for PSG, Bayern or Real Madrid for 2 or 3 years, come back and still break the record and win things and actually have winners' medals. PSG are in disarray. They've got to do something with their front three. They are buying players in, like Ugarte, Asensio's gone there as well, but they're going to lose Mbappe, they're going to lose Neymar, and Messi's already gone. So they need to start. The PSG project isn't over. They still want to try and win a Champions League. They're miles off at the moment. So signing a player like Harry Kane is a definite deal that they would like to do. I just don't think Harry Kane will do it. I don't think he will. I don't think he really wants to leave England, and I think he's snuggling under that security blanket of breaking the all-time Premier League goal scoring record, which will get broken again soon. Look, Harry, that'll get broken in your lifetime. Like, you'll retire and then in your 50s someone else will break it. So I don't, and then what's it worth? Like, so, at least Alan Shearer, when you go past him, he can say I won the Premier League. So I think Harry Kane needs to look at winning trophies. PSG would be interesting. Obviously, you're going to win the French league, but you never know. You could get a Champions League. Bayern Munich, you're going to win the Bundesliga. You could get a Champions League. Real Madrid, you're going to win the Liga, you probably will get a Champions League. So those options are there for Harry Kane. And I think from Spurs' point of view, they've got to be looking at that as well, because he's going to go for nothing in a year's time. So, you may as well start moving on. I think it's better to take 80 million for Harry Kane this summer and try and rebuild and be a year ahead of that rebuild than lose him for nothing next summer and have to find the money to replace him. It's illogical as a business decision, isn't it, if you don't do that? So keep an eye on that. Just sticking with the Premier League, Liverpool had some good information this morning. I put it out on Twitter, actually. Liverpool are sort of ahead of everybody at the moment in relation to their transfer business. Very tenacious, very adamant that they want to get things done really, really quickly. I was told expect a Liverpool deal very, very soon. I would suspect that's Thuram from Nice. Potentially could get held up a little bit with what's going on with Sir Jim Radcliffe trying to buy Manchester United, but that's the deal that Liverpool are moving on. Liverpool are normally very, very quick. In fact, what I was told this morning is that it's surprising Liverpool haven't got another deal done because they know what they want and they're moving very, very efficiently to get those deals done quickly. So expect a Liverpool deal very, very soon. The transfer window being officially open does mean that we will get more deals. You can do deals before, McAllister to Liverpool and obviously Tielemans to Villa. But the window's open now, so expect things to start happening. It's been a quiet window for Chelsea, but they are apparently going to offer up Koulibaly to Inter Milan as part of a deal to get Onana. As I said before, I'd love to see Onana in the Premier League. I think it'd be a fantastic deal there. I'd like to see him at Manchester United, but I think it's probably more likely that Chelsea will move and get deals like that done. It's been a bit of a quiet start for the transfer window for Chelsea, and most of that is down to Pochettino, and they've got a bit of a problem because Pochettino hasn't started the job yet. He can't look at the players until July. So it's going to be another transfer window for Chelsea where they're forced to wait until July. They had to wait till July last year because that's when Todd Boehly got hold of them, and they missed out on a lot of good deals because of that. And this time they're going to have to wait till July because Pochettino is going to have to assess the squad. It's always good to get a manager in the summer, but on the other hand, he's not really able to assess things, and he's sort of managing from a distance at the moment. Players' outgoings, and yeah, I think Chelsea will start doing business, but it's a little bit slow for them at the moment. I'm not going to mention Arsenal because I think that Declan Rice deal will happen. And yeah, Jadon Sancho's interesting. We spoke about it on the United stand. Aston Villa now coming into the equation. Spurs have been linked to Jadon Sancho. I don't know how United do that deal, really. He's on 300 grand a week. He costs 75 million pounds. No one's going to give him 300 grand a week, and no one's going to give us 75 million pounds. So I don't know. Do you loan him out? And if you loan him out and he's doing well, that always looks stupid when he's doing well at a potential competitor. I think this is why United need a change of ownership, because what you need an owner to come in, and I think Todd Boehly will do this as well. When a manager comes in and they're new and they go, I didn't buy that player and I don't want them, the board have to say, look, that was a mistake by the board. We've got to take the hit there. And I think with Sancho, if Ten Hag doesn't want him, the bottom line is, forget the wages, forget the value. He didn't buy him. He doesn't want him. You've got to move him out. You can't go, well, he's on 300 grand a week and he costs 75 million pounds. You made a mistake. The longer you keep that mistake, the more problematic it is. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. Jude Bellingham, hot off the press, is a Real Madrid player. We all knew this was going to happen, but there's been official tweets going out from Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund confirming the departure and confirming the arrival. Very exciting deal for Real Madrid. Probably the signing of the summer, up until Mbappe starts saying he wants to go. Really interesting to see what Jude Bellingham does at Real Madrid. And I think there always has to be a pride as an Englishman or an Englishwoman or an English them in relation to how the people... when you get a player that... It's like when Beckham went to Real Madrid. That's an English young lad going to Real Madrid. And all right, the Premier League's the best league in the world, but Real Madrid is still the best team in the world. And Jude Bellingham putting on a Real Madrid shirt is going to be really interesting to see how he does there. You can't underestimate the enormity of that deal. From Birmingham to Dortmund to Madrid, it's fascinating, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Real Madrid, because I think with Bellingham and Camavinga and Tchouaméni and Valverde and Vinicius Junior, I like Rodrigo as well. If you can add in an Mbappe or even a Harry Kane, I still think that makes Real Madrid really interesting. I mean, I'd like to see Harry Kane at Real Madrid. I would. I think I like the idea of Bellingham there. I'd love to see Harry Kane there and see how he gets on. It's always nice when you've got some English players or British players in different leagues, because especially La Liga, especially for someone like Real Madrid or Barcelona. It just makes it that little bit more interesting, doesn't it? But look, that's official. It's a massive deal, and Jude Bellingham does it the right way, doesn't he? His career's been mapped out perfectly, from Birmingham City to Germany to Real Madrid. Will he ever play in the Premier League? People go to Real Madrid and they love it. They don't necessarily want to come back. And, he's never played in the Premier League. He's still only 20, so 5 years' time, you'd think prime Bellingham comes to the Premier League. But you don't know. He might absolutely love it he might flop at Real Madrid, but he might absolutely love it there and never want to leave. So, away from the focus of the Premier League at the biggest club in the world, he might be very, very happy with that. So, as I say, it's going to be very interesting to see. Anyway, that's your morning wrap on the transfer latest. Get your comments in below. Smash a like. We got through quite a lot there. The Kane stuff. Should he be going to PSG? Should he be going abroad? I think he should, rather than stay at Spurs. If it's an option of staying at Spurs or going abroad, I think he should be going abroad. Because he may well go abroad anyway in a year's time as a free deal. Liverpool, keep an eye on that. Bellingham's official. Chelsea starting to do stuff, but are they getting delayed again because of Pochettino not starting till July? It's going to be interesting, and the transfer window is officially open. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe. We've got lots of content for you on That's Football.